What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So I have read your comments, those of you who are Robin fans, and I was just waiting all this while to see how things were going to pan out. The August reveals showed a lot of things surrounding Gotham Knights. We got to see so much more even before then, but we have not necessarily seen one of the Knights in action with an uninterrupted gameplay sequence of some kind. Now, yes, granted, we got to see a very short clip of Robin just fighting bad guys in the open world, but I think it was about 17 seconds or so, and then we also got to see his own trailer. Other than that, it's been something where if you want to see Nightwing or the others, you can easily find content on them, including Batgirl herself. But when it comes to Robin, there's almost nothing else that the developers have presented. Now, why could this be? Well, maybe it's just a matter of them wanting to show three Knights and keeping some more things regarding Robin a secret in terms of his combat, his fighting. We have seen his traversal. It could also be a thing where they are probably waiting for a huge marketing opportunity so they can actually show something surrounding him at the onset of the game's release. These are all possibilities and likelihoods. It probably doesn't speak to anything concrete. Now, here are a few things that I think probably need to be looked at very carefully. I've always categorized Gotham Knights as a game that has one character that's being depicted in four different ways. From a development perspective, you can say, yes, this is actually the case. From a narrative perspective, you really want to put nuance in the situation. And so I will not argue with you on the narrative side. The narrative gives us a very interesting look at all of these different characters, how they're interacting with one another, and especially dealing with Batman's, in quote, death. But from a gameplay perspective, they're all one character to me because you can only play one of those characters at a given time. And yes, you're going to encounter the entire game in a similar fashion for the most part, but then there are going to be differences that have them stand out as to how they can execute in terms of gameplay and how the game is going to interact with them, especially as a character themselves. So I believe with this premise or with this idea, that Robin would probably have a gameplay showcase, or at least the developers should probably consider having something concrete for Robin and for the fans. If at any rate that, this is not necessarily possible at the moment, I don't think it's out of the question for them to be, concerned, for Robin fans to be concerned. I, for one, anyways, I would like to see Robin, if he wasn't a thing where I was, kind of in a sense committed to playing as Batgirl and Red Hood as my two mains, I think Robin would have probably been on the second place. I've always wanted to play as, Batgirl for some strange reason. I think just her story from the Arkham games didn't really put her in the spotlight that I would have expected her to see, especially the fact that she was working hand in hand with Batman before the Arkham Knight and all of that stuff went down, and with Jim Gordon. So this, to me, provides an opportunity to be able to see the character. I think for the Robin gameplay, what a lot of people would like to see is to see a little bit more of his abilities and a little bit more of what he's capable of doing. But I think that short clip showed enough, if I was trying to be maybe fair. But again, I can understand where those concerns are coming from. But at the end of the day, we'll be keeping an eye out to see what Warner Bros. Games Montreal is going to do. Game is about a month out. It's not out of the question for us to be able to see Robin on the center stage. I do hope that they actually bring out a few more things regarding him, but if at any rate they don't, it will be the biggest pleasant surprise for those of you who are Robin fans. He's the only one that we haven't seen a lot, of his fighting. So if I was a Robin fan, I would probably be not too worried, because I would just say to myself, it would be nice for everyone to see Robin at the same time in full swing when the game launches. As for Barbara, we've seen, pretty much a lot of what she's capable of doing. As for, Red Hood and Nightwing, we've gotten to see a lot of what they're able to do, but Robin is the one with the biggest mystique around him. So let me hear your thoughts in the comment section, especially if you're a Robin fan. What has been your biggest concern so far that, in regard to them not showing gameplay? What would you specifically want to see in all of this? So thanks so much for watching the video. I really appreciate you guys' time and audience, and hopefully we'll talk pretty soon.